Good evening, everyone. This is City Council. Roger, please.
Thank you, Lord Provost. Before we move to the formal business of the evening, please may I make the following opening remarks. Please could I ask for your support with the following in the interest of the smooth running of these hybrid meetings. Number one, personal devices. To minimise interference with the microphone and camera system, please would elected members, officers, members of the public and the press in the council chamber set any personal devices not required for council business, such as phones and tablets, to aeroplane mode during the meeting, or switch off Wi-Fi on personal devices, but continue to use mobile data, whichever is the most convenient for them. This will help reduce congestion on the local Wi-Fi channels and improve stability. 2. Video feeds on council chamber devices. The live stream video will continue to run on the main council chamber devices. However, to reduce Wi-Fi strain and improve stability, please would elected members, officers, members of the public and the press in the council chamber switch off the camera function within Microsoft Teams on their own devices during the meeting. And 3. Roll call procedure. To further reduce network traffic during the meetings, we will only call the roll in the event of a division. We will not call the roll for the purposes of the sederunt. Thank you.
Thank you, Roger.
Lord Provost, members of the council, there is one item of business this evening, Leisure and Culture Dundee. Reference is made to Article 3 of the minute of the statutory meeting of the City Council held on 23rd May 2022, when it was agreed that Baillie Dawson be appointed as a trustee of Leisure and Culture Dundee. It is reported that the term of office of Baillie Dawson has concluded. This position requires to be filled by the administration, and the council's instructions are sought in this regard.
Thank you, Roger. Baillie Dawson, please.
Many thanks, Lord Provost. It would be Deputy Lord Provost El Nakla, please.
Thank you. Are there any other nominations? Any questions? Disagreed? Take as agreed. Thank you, everyone. That's City Council.
Good evening. Welcome to Children and Families. Laura?
Thank you. Item 1, declarations of interest. Are there any declarations?
Okay, I'm not seeing any indicating.
Thank you. That takes us to item 2, progress update, senior phase attainment 2024-2025. This is for noting.
Okay, Councillor Duncan, I see you have a comment and a question.
Yep, thanks, convener. Yeah, just want to ask around some of the attainment figures. So, as previously indicated, I think we'd all agree that if the people performing in senior phase attainment deserves our congratulations, and also to extend those congratulations to the dedicated teaching staff for all their professionalism that help our pupils across the city. My attention is drawn to paragraph 5.6, where we're told that the average complementary tariff score for the bottom 20% of pupils has decreased between 2024-25, but middle and highest attaining have seen an increase. It's important that the attainment gap continues to close, and so, although I note the next steps described at paragraph 6, can I ask specifically what steps the Education Authority can take to ensure the average complementary tariff score increases in 2026 and hopefully all years after that.
Just before I pass over to officers, just want to say echo your comments regarding staff and the good work that they've done along with the pupils in getting these results. But Mr. Fleming, do you want to just respond to Councillor Duncan's question?
Thank you, Convener, and thank you, Councillor Duncan, for the question. Yes, absolutely. We've got plans in place to increase the attainment of all of our children and young people, so not just the middle and higher 20% attaining. Our individual schools have plans for every individual pupil who at this moment in time would be in their 20% lowest attainers, with a very specific plan in partnership with the pupil and the parents about the strategy for those individual children. What managers have quality shared that, and where there's learning to be shared across schools in terms of some of the strategies in place, we're doing that as well. But I would just say in relation to the poverty related attainment gap, many of our young people in that middle 60% would live in quintile 1. And it's great to see that for those young people, we are seeing an increase from the last 2 years.
Okay, are you happy with that response, Councillor Duncan?
More than happy with that, and positive words there, thanks.
Okay, no, thank you for your question. Councillor Cruikshank.
Thank you, Convener. I'd like to welcome this report and some of the very positive improvements that it contains. However, I note that when our young people stay on to 5th and 6th year, they do well. What are we doing to encourage more young people to stay on in school beyond 4th year? And as I said, there are some good results reflected in this report, but some of the data still shows the gap between a quintile 1 and quintile 5 is not decreasing sufficiently. Can you tell us what you are doing to continue to narrow those gaps? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your question. Again, just pass over to Mr. Fleming to respond.
Thank you, Convener, and thank you, Councillor Cruikshank, for the comments and indeed the questions. The staying on rates in Dundee from S4 to S5 are something which continues to be a focus for us in the Children and Family Service. What we are seeing across the country is a greater number of young people leave school a little bit earlier. I'm very pleased to say that we have our interim data, and we have seen an increase in the percentage of young people who have stayed on from S4 into S5, quite significant, of 3%, given how static it has remained for quite a period of time. It is important to highlight for some young people leaving at various stages, make sure it's the right thing for them to do. But we know to increase attainment overall, get the best results for the young people, we do well for young people to stay on, and that is our aim, where it's right for that young person. In relation to the gaps, you're absolutely right. This is a key priority in terms of us continuing to narrow the attainment gaps. We have seen some positives, but we have seen areas where it's a concern, and we have plans in place for that. I would like to highlight that some of the statistics in here around poverty and attainment gaps, there's also some in relation to additional support needs, and we have some very positive results that now for one or more young people with additional support needs have achieved one or more award at level 4. The gap has significantly reduced by 11.2% for those with additional support needs and those without, and those young people also are within the poverty related attainment gap. So we do have some really good signs, but we continue to focus particularly in relation to literacy and numeracy.
Thank you for that. Has that answered your question, Councillor Cruikshank?
Yes, and thank you, Mr. Fleming, for your comprehensive response. Thank you.
Nope, thank you very much. Councillor Lynn, I see your comment in the chat. Should IT will try and resolve some of it. It's a unique issue for this meeting to have the volume being too loud rather than nobody actually hearing MD. So it's a good problem to have. But Councillor Black, you have a question.
The number of people who are studying languages seems to be very low compared to almost every other subject. And that is a matter of some concern. I think, is it advanced higher, less than 5 people are studying French? I might have got mixed up with statistics, but generally low French, Italian, German, not anything like the number of people studying these subjects as we used to see. What can we, is this a problem, first of all? Does it matter that we can't speak foreign languages? And if it does, what are we doing to sort that?
Again, I'll just pass over to Mr. Fleming.
Thank you, convener, and thank you very much, Councillor, for the question. We are seeing what is replicated nationally, generally speaking, of a decrease in the number of young people taking these subjects. We will continue to meet the needs of the young people in terms of their wants and needs, but what we pay close attention to is the labour market as well, and making sure that young people are aware of what jobs and opportunities are available, and indeed the benefits of studying languages for other subject areas as well. If I just step back, we do have and promote within Dundee the 1+2 languages across our primary schools. So that is where a young person studies their home language. For most of our young people, this is English, and 2 languages on top of that. One of those must be carried through and available to that young person all the way through to hires. So we continue to promote that so that young people learn and experience languages at an earlier stage. But that has reduced, and we respond to the needs of the young people labour market, but we'll continue to keep a close eye on this and work with colleagues in Education Scotland and indeed with our Tayside collaborative around offering various opportunities, which we do as we have a subject on the virtual campus.
Are you happy with that, Councillor Black?
Thanks, convener. It's a national trend, and clearly it's something we should maybe look at to find out if we can do anything more to encourage people to see the benefit of language learning, because it's a wonderful insight into the rest of the world, apart from it can be helpful to get a job.
No, thank you for those comments. I don't see anybody else coming in, so can this report be agreed? Okay, it's agreed, and that is the business for children and families. Thank you.